This time on Camp Outside, we review a portable air pump by EAFC. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Camp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. Today we're going to review a portable air pump by EAFC. This is the second EAFC product I have reviewed. If you want to check out my EAFC little portable battery charger, check that out. I'm going to put a link right up here where you can check that out. Guys, I really love this. This is perfect for your standard batteries, like your lead acid batteries and AGM batteries that you might have in your car or van or RV, tow vehicle, whatever. I use this to maintain the battery on the Kemp bus when it's sitting in the barn, or when I leave something on and drain my battery, which has happened to me at least twice this year. So that thing is going to save my bacon. But today, we're going to take a look at this little portable air pump. And guys, I've been thinking about little portable air pumps because, you know, I do a lot of traveling. And, you know, when you do as much traveling as I do, when you're on the road as much as I am, you're bound to pick up nails in tires. And so I keep a little plug kit in my toolbox, and I'm always, you know, plugging tires, and then I need to top them off with air. So I'm pretty excited about this. I just cracked the box open here, but this is the unit. So, you know, really, really small, and looks like it's got, you know, an air outlet. It's got a couple of USB ports. I'm guessing that's an indicator light. What I want to do, though, before I really get into anything else, I'm going to just make sure what else, let's see what else we got in here. Okay, so in the box, they give us a whole bunch of stuff here. Little inflatable stuff, like there's a needle in there for, like, you know, like sports balls, soccer balls, baseballs. There is an air pump hose. Looks like a USB charging cord. Looks like you can run this straight off, either you can run it off DC, straight off DC, or this is to charge it. I'm not sure. I'm going to look that up. And then a little bag to carry everything. So really nice. First thing I'm going to do, guys, is get this charged up so that it's fully charged, and then we're going to go see how it does. I've got a slow leak in the left front tire of my wife's car. So we're going to go top that off and see how it does. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so it's raining outside, so I'm trying to do this in the garage. As you can see, I've got the air pump connected to this tire, and this tire is reading 24.6 PSI. I want it to be at 35 PSI. So I'm going to go ahead and set it using the buttons. And then, I guess, just hit the on button. All right, guys, there you have it. 35 PSI. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it. I love automatic shut-off features because you can just hook this up, hit the go button, and walk away and do other things while it's inflating. It's really nice when you're on the side of the road because, you know, especially if you have your back to traffic, you know, as you're pumping up a tire, you can just put this aside and get the safety. All right, let's go inside and talk about some more features. So guys, this did exactly what I wanted it to do, which is to top off a tire when it's low. I don't think that this pump, at least on battery power, would inflate a tire from 0 all the way up to, you know, maximum pressure. It might get to 35. We did, so that was 24 to 35, and it used, I'm guessing, maybe a third to a half of the battery. The battery indicator isn't, you know, exact, and so it's hard to know exactly. But guys, if you do have a flat tire and you need to inflate it from 0 to max inflation, they do give you this, and according to the manual, you can use this and run the pump. So you don't have to worry about battery power if you have this cord. Now, This cord is pretty long. I didn't measure it, but it's pretty long. And so it works on my car. I can plug this in at the cigarette lighter and reach every tire on my car. If you have a big tow vehicle, right? If you have a crew cab truck, or an RV, or something like that where your wheelbase is really long, this may not reach, depending. Or if you're trying to inflate your trailer tire and you're hooked into your tow vehicle, it may not reach, right? So you gotta think about those kinds of things. But in general, right, this works really well. And quite honestly, guys, if you have a small Jackery or a small little portable power station, I actually carry a 100 amp hour battery, and I have a little connector where I can connect a cigarette lighter right to the outlet of the 100 amp hour battery. I could run this thing all day on that 100 amp hour battery. I imagine I could probably inflate every tire on the truck and trailer with that. It does get a little warm, guys, so just caution. And I think that's probably why they give you this fitting to screw in, is that, air pumps create friction, friction creates heat, heat gets hot. And so it wasn't as warm as I thought, but I imagine if I ran it, for a long time, that, that it would get pretty warm. It's not the fastest pump, right? So, and I wouldn't expect it, right? There's not a whole lot of room in here. So the pump is small, right? And so the smaller the cylinder and the smaller the shorter the stroke, right? The less air per cycle of the pump. And so it's going to give less volume. But guys, like I said, when I was pumping it up, you can plug it in, hit the button, walk away, do something else, tend to your family if you're stuck on the side of the road or something, or if you're just filling up tires in your garage, go do something else, and it automatically shuts off when it hits the right pressure, which I absolutely love. I want to go over a few more features, guys, because it has some pretty cool stuff. So I've just turned it on, and it has a light. So if, normal stuff, right? You have a roadside emergency, it's going to be at night. It's going to be dark, right? So it has a light, right? And the light isn't super bright, but it does allow you to be able to see, so that, when you're connecting the hose to your tire or whatever, you can illuminate the tire and see what you're doing. So it has a constant on setting, and it has a blink setting. And that is not blink. That's SOS. Wow, I didn't notice that. I normally when I just turned it on, I thought it was a blink, but that's SOS. So 3 short bursts, S. 3 long bursts, O. 3 short bursts again is SOS. So that's really cool, guys. You can, you can use that to send an emergency signal, especially if you've got aircraft overhead, in the dark. They'll see that. That's pretty sweet. And then one more button of the light, which is right here, turns it off. The other thing that I want to mention is that it has a number of modes. And so there's like a little arrow with a circle. I don't know if you can see that, but it cycles through the modes. So that's just your normal setting. So it has a mode for like basketball. See that you can see a basketball there. So that's probably your basketball mode. And so that's 9 PSI. But see, you can turn it down. So if you're Tom Brady and you like deflated balls, right? You don't have to have it at its setting, but it's just it's a guide, right? So don't be Tom Brady, inflate your balls to the right pressure. And then from there, it has a bicycle setting, and that's at 30 PSI. Again, you can adjust it. And then it has a motorcycle setting, which is 32 PSI. Again, you can adjust it. And then the car setting, and they have it set at 36, but like I said, I adjusted mine down to 35. So pretty cool. I'm gonna see how high it goes. I'm gonna see how high you can set it, because the back tires of my Kemp bus are 80 PSI. So I was able to run it up to 80 PSI, no problem. That's good. Let me see how high it'll run. Past 100, probably about 120 is my guess. Oh, it keeps going. Okay, it'll go up to 150 PSI. I don't have anything to test that on, guys, so I don't know if it actually hits that pressure. I just filled up the tires in the van, and I'm not going to deflate them to test that. But I'm pretty sure that, you know, if the unit goes up to 150, it's probably going to hit 80 PSI. It'll probably take a long time to get there. So one other thing I wanted to mention, guys, is that the DC port is on the bottom side of the inflator, and the hose is on this side. And I really like that, guys, because when you have too much stuff coming out of the same side, it gets tangled up and whatever. So I really like that, you know, the DC plug in one side and then the hose out to the tire goes to the other side. So all in all, guys, I really, really like this. I have a few more tests for it, and then we'll do final thoughts. Okay, guys, the other thing I wanted to test was how well does it work as a power bank. And as you can see, if you're out in the woods and your tablet is dying, but you haven't caught the latest episode of Kemp Outside, you no longer have an excuse if you have one of these EAFC tire pumps, because you can use the USB out to charge your phone or tablet. So no longer are you going to miss the latest episode of Kemp Outside. Now, one thing I wanted to mention is that this unit has two USB connections. One is the USB-A output, and then the other is a USB-C. I tested the USB-C to see if it was an output. It is not. It is the input for the charge. So you can't hook up any USB-C devices to this, just the USB-A out. But in a pinch, works pretty well. So guys, I gotta say the EAFC air pump has earned a place in the Go Kit for our daily driver, our Hyundai Santa Fe. It works really, really well, and because I have a problem with that left front tire that I can't find a nail or anything. I have no idea why that tire is leaking, and it's such a slow leak that I have to just top it off every, I don't know, once a month about. So it's just this annoying leak. So this thing has definitely earned a place in the car, so that, you know, no matter where I am, if I need to just top off the tire, I can. I really, really like it for that, and I love the fact that, you know, I can use it as a power bank if I really need to. I love that it flashes SOS, guys, because, you know, in a roadside emergency, you know, you never know. You know, that's a really, really nice feature. Plus the little flashlight to help you hook stuff up in the dark. My only question is longevity, guys. How long is it going to last, right? So this is not what I would use when I'm at home. You know, I have a standard, 21-gallon air compressor, you know, and when I am topping off multiple tires, when I'm filling tires, when I'm doing that, I'm going to use a big air compressor, something that can handle the load of a lot of hard work. This is really more for roadside emergencies or small jobs, right? It's a small unit. And so, you know, the truth is about pumps, about air pumps, is that, again, they create friction. Friction, you know, creates heat, and that friction will eventually wear down the pump, and it will eventually fail. Right? That's true for every pump out there, from the most expensive pump down to the cheapest pump on the market. That is just true of pumps. So what I would do is I would save this for your true roadside emergencies. I would save this for small jobs, you know, inflating the basketball for the kids, or inflating the bike tire, or, you know, again, the roadside emergency with the car. I would not do this to top off your tires before every road trip at the house, right? I would go ahead and pull out the big air compressor for that kind of job, because I want this thing to last, right? And this is not a knock against EAFC, you know, or this pump at all. It's just the truth of how pumps work. Friction causes wear, and so a pump is only good for so many strokes. So that's my recommendation for this, guys. I'll put an affiliate link below where you can get one of these, because I really, really like them. And like I said, you know, this is going to be, you know, full-time, you know, living in my car. And so, guys, when you use my link to purchase, it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help you support my channel as I get a little commission on the sale. It's an affiliate link. And I want to thank EAFC for sending this to me, guys. I did not buy this. They sent it to me in exchange for a review. But as I always say, guys, if it sucks, I'm going to tell you. And this doesn't suck. It blows air. So, guys, like I said, I really like it. The biggest downside to something like this is that due to its small size, right, you're not going to get extended battery time. And I didn't do a runtime test for this, guys, but don't assume that it's going to last forever. You know, if you've got a big job that you need this to do, plug it in. You know, use that DC cord, plug it in, because that's going to be your best bet. But the other thing is, with that small of a pump, it's not going to move a lot of volume for every stroke, which means it's going to take a long time to inflate a tire. It's going to take a long time. That's a big job for a small pump. The smaller the pump and the bigger the job, the longer it takes. And so, you know, just keep that in mind, guys. It's not a bad thing. It's just again, it's physics, right? You double the size of the pump, you're going to get more airflow, right? Well, if you double the size of the pump, then this is a whole lot bigger. So, and it probably uses a whole lot more battery, and so it doesn't last as long. This is probably the right ratio of size to airflow that you want in a little portable unit like this. Love that it comes with some accessories. Love that it comes with a little carry bag. This is perfect. It's going to go in the car. So all in all, guys, I think, you know, if you're looking for a little air pump, this is a pretty good one. I will report back, guys. As I use this thing from time to time on my channel, I'll report back. And also on my social media. I try to post things when I'm doing stuff on my social media. So, you know, whenever I'm putting this in action, I'll try to note that so you guys can kind of keep track of it as it goes. But all in all, guys, right out of the box, you know, I really like the way it works, and I think it's a, you know, pretty good unit with some nice features. Again, thanks to EAFC for sending it to me. Really appreciate it, guys, and I'm happy to do these kinds of reviews. Guys, if you have any questions about the EAFC air pump, or, you know, air pumps in general, or anything related to getting outside, I'd love to hear from you. Drop some in the comments below, and I will try to answer any questions that you send. Also, guys, you can connect with me on my other social media. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and X, or you can connect with us at our website at campoutside.com. Guys, we exist to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. We want to help you get you and your kids outside. In general, getting outside typically means gear. And, you know, if you're towing a boat, or you're pulling a camper, or you have an RV or something like that, eventually you're going to have to deal with some kind of tire maintenance or tire emergency. It's really nice to have something like this in your go kit. Also, if you're dealing with kids outside, you know, you're probably taking, you know, a soccer ball or a football or something with you. Having something like this is really nice if you need to top off, you know, a ball. There's you know, nothing worse than getting out, you know, to the field where you're going to play, and, you know, the ball lost air, and so it, you know, it's not good. So, you know, having something like this is really handy for that too. So again, if you have any questions, drop some in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. An affiliate link below. So guys, thanks for watching. We got a whole lot more gear reviews coming out. We are reviewing all kinds of stuff to help you get outside. We also do camping, hiking, and fishing content, camping vlogs, you know, campground reviews, fishing videos, all kinds of stuff, guys. So if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and ring that little bell so that you don't miss whenever we release new videos. I got a ton of stuff coming out, guys, and I love doing this for you. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.